All right, well, there we go. It's an all signs reading. Doesn't matter which your sign is. Straight up energy reading. I thought since today, January 3rd, is the full moon in Cancer, and the vulnerability energy is strong. I've only done two things so far. So far this morning, people have been a little bit touchy. Okay, a little bit. Let's cut the deck here. Let's take a look at where we go. I got an incoming energy. So I assume is not you because you're here watching. It seems a little antsy. So I thought we'd pull a reading with me. How about that? You can even look at it because it's Cancer full moon as a bonus Cancer reading. I mean, Cancer is the theme energy. It's the all signs position. It is a bit of that. I've got somebody here. I get worry attached to this. I cut the deck. I did it right there. It's the... What's underneath this? It's 3 swords, by the way. I know some people think it might be 6. Those are the top of the swords, right? 3 swords, 2 cups. You got a soulmate here that feels like... Okay, it's an energy of somebody who feels like they blew it. Now, it's almost like I would suggest you let them. Almost. Like if the phone's ringing, don't pick it up. That kind of a thing right there. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Let's see where we go. All right. Let's see where we're at. Let's shuffle the deck. It's going to be a very interesting reading. I like this. Let's do it. Let's see where we go. Card before the cut. Why the fuck are we here? So why the fuck are we here? I mean, that was just the theme energy. But yeah, I feel like you should let them sit in it for a while. Let them think they blew it. I don't know. It might be future influence, but if it happened in the past, they're really feeling it. The sensitivity is very, very on the surface right now. Okay, card before the cut. Why the fuck are we here? Let's go. Okay, here we go. Yeah. 2 swords. Somebody doesn't know what to do. Somebody wants a truce. Somebody wants peace. I get that here, but they don't know what to do. They don't know how to get it. What do? They're sitting at the red light with their head in their hands, car running, right? Somebody honking behind them, maybe. I don't quite feel any urgency or any rush here, but I don't know. Comes after the cut. 3 of Wands. I don't know what to do, but I better do something. Somebody wants... It's an energy of somebody attached to you who's in an energy of where somebody might, just catch my drift, might say to themselves, things need to change. Something needs to change here. Okay? It'll apply if you're in a relationship with somebody. It'll apply if you're by yourself alone, locked in a basement in Manitoba, thinking about what am I going to do with my life. You know, it can apply there. But for most of you, this is a soul connection of somebody who feels like they blew it or they've missed their chance and they've like, something's got to change, but I don't know how. They're very sensitive right now. Very, very... They might even be testy to the people around them. You know, like you say, the slightest thing that sets them off. It could. This kind of energy can make you very, very moody. All right, let's see where we go. It's not going to get any better when the moon moves into Leo. I'm going to warn you, which I think is tomorrow. All right, here we go. Let's see where we're at. That vulnerability, though, is still going to be your magic power. So keep that in mind. I'm talking to the people that are here. The person attached that we're pulling on, they're not here to hear anything. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. Okay, I'm not a fucking Time Lord. It might be future influence for you. For a lot of you, this feels like an old energy that's getting a booster shot. Okay? A little bit. 4 of Wands, yeah. Oh, we're here. The overall energy of everything I'm going to pull on the table is 4 of Wands. We're going to pull a pyramid on this one. I am. I want to know how they feel. I want to know how they think about you. I want to know your potential final outcome, and I want to clarify the shit out of all of it. And when I say that, I may double clarify a couple of them. I don't know. I'll throw some universe cards at the end, and you bet your sweet asses I'm going to extend this one. Why the fuck not? This is a really special time. We got this really powerful full moon in Cancer that's just the whole month here is you can't escape Neptune's influence as it moves into Aries for a long stay. All right? Anyway, 4 of Wands, overall energy, fueled by what? The Knight of Cups and the 2 of Pentacles. Something must change. Somebody has something to say to you. I just don't think they know how to say it. But there's the something much must change. There's the giant butterfly. That's the energy I felt, this huge butterfly of transformation. Right? They might indicate as well on a literal front that they have butterflies in their stomach for you. Right? You give them butterflies, which can mean a couple of things. It can mean somebody's nervously in love with you or somebody's just nervous. Right? I don't know. But I don't feel any ants in the pants, though. I don't feel any urgency here. I don't. They're big. A lot of passion, maybe too much. I don't know. And I just got done saying it doesn't get any better when the moon moves into Leo tomorrow. There's one of the main energies of Leo right there with the strength card. Let's go. We're going to clarify with the witches. How do they feel about you? Well, they want a happy new beginning. We could put it that way. If this is somebody that's married, they definitely want out of that. Or they want out of the thing. I am going to suggest to you the way this energy feels. If this person's trying to get a hold of you, now again, do what you want to do. Make your own decisions. But if I were you, if roles were reversed, and I was picking up this energy, I wouldn't pick up the phone. I'd let them stew in it for a little bit. This energy, this type of energy is like a stew in a way. A stew gets better the longer you cook it. A chili, whatever it is, the longer you can let it simmer, the better. You know, you can eat it after, maybe a couple of hours, it's ready to go. The meat's cooked and everything like that. But if you can let it keep going and going and going and going, it's going to get better and better. This energy will get better and better. There's no urgency attached to it in a strange way. Make your own decisions. Do what you want to do. Right? If you slam the phone, I'm not going to pick up that phone because Steve said not to. Hey, I'm just telling you this is what this energy is. I know what I would do. All right? That's all I'm telling you. Don't pick up the phone. I don't know. I don't have any other phrase to say it. Don't get out of the car. Or I don't know. How do they feel about you? Six of Wands. It feels like it's a victory after a long battle energy. They feel like they might have a chance, maybe. There's another butterfly transformation. They got butterflies over you in the feelings, I'll tell you. What's the center card? Queen of Pentacles. Wow, there's admiration there. That's what I feel here. A little bit of woulda, coulda, shoulda. A little bit of. There's a mix. There's kind of like some regret here. It's sort of like going to a massage and not getting the happy ending. Right? They start to offer you the happy ending, and you're like, nah, no, that's all right. Or going to the store, they got buy one get one free, and you like, I don't want the second one. I'm just going to get one. I mean, it's a bit, somebody feels like that. I'm just trying to explain the energy to you. Take whichever one resonates. Okay? I mean, I don't know. What's red with that? Yeah, the Page of Pentacles. Somebody feels stupid. They feel stupid about you. They feel dumb. They feel small. They feel dumb. They feel, again, going to the store. Buy one get one free. You only get one. You didn't get the second one. Somebody at home is going to call you an idiot, right? I mean, or you might call yourself that. Well, it's free, even if you chuck it out. So what? Somebody feels stupid. Somebody feels like they could have had something really great. I think they feel like they might be able to do it again. Try again. Come back again. I get communication here. They want to talk to you. Nervous as fuck about it. Butterflies, right? Nervous. But I think they feel like they've got a shot, but they don't know what to do. They're sitting at the light. What do I do? Right? Okay. Well, unless I walk up to their car, they're not going to figure it out. Right? I tell them exactly what to do. Right? But you're not going to answer because I told you not to. All right. How do they see you? What do they think when they think about you? Cross path. It's the Knight of Swords. I feel like it's not part of the reading. You heard me say kind of cross by. I feel like that's crossing this in a way. Okay, I do. I feel like, because my eye, as I pulled that, was drawn here. I feel like it's crossing that. They want to change this. They feel like there's a shot. It's also an energy of somebody waiting for the right moment. Like they feel like when they see you, they think you might be busy or otherwise engaged. They got to wait for just the right moment. Right? It's my Paul Revere card. They wait for just the right moment to ride into town and do whatever. Right? What else? Yeah, see? The barn owl. Well, I could say I hope they hope you don't know they're spying. They hope, they feel like they've let you down. They almost hope you don't know that they're there, just in case they chicken out and they don't come towards you. Too late. I've already told you. We'll clarify these, though. This is more interesting than this. This is about spying, not seeing. Just they feel like they disappointed you. They might tell themselves that you're unhappy, which is where some of the bravery might come from to approach you. I don't know. Sometimes the DMs in this cycle do that. I'm not picking up on it, but I'm just saying, from a psychological standpoint, it's often how they do. They have to feel the hero, kind of a thing. I'm not really getting it in the reading, but I'll just tell you. Potential final outcome for you. Let me take a peek. Wow. I took a peek. It's red with the Queen of Pentacles. It's the Sun. It's another energy of Leo. Again, I don't say anything in these readings or joke about anything or tell you a story about anything that's not part of the energy. Why did I mention the Sun the Moon moving into Leo tomorrow? Why did I mention that? Because I get the second card of Leo. I've got the other one right there. It's communication. But there's a but attached to it. It is. It's very positive. It's very good. You can leave it there if you want. It's just, I like to dig, right? I would advise not. I would advise take the win here if you get one. But I do think the energy needs to stew a little bit. They need to feel the mistake. The energy is still relatively new. The Cancer full moon energy needs to set in, that sort of thing. It needs to get settled. We'll get to this. Let's first, how do they feel about you? Let's go straight to this Queen of Pentacles. Let's shuffle. Let's go. Wow. That's big energy. And look, you see this little fawn? It's that one right there. Right? So again, you can take that imagery. They're nervous to talk to you. They feel like they've let you down on some level. Actually, I don't know that they did more. Well, the energy's out of balance. I feel like they let themselves down more than they let you down. But they're more worried about letting you down. Okay? It's a bit of that. Queen of Pentacles. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. Tell me about it. How they feel about my person. You guys show up a lot in my readings, this Queen of Pentacles. It doesn't matter what deck I grab. Even in my offline reads with my offline decks, you show up as Queen of Pentacles a lot. It's really crazy. What do we get here? What do we got? Okay. All right. The Four of Swords. They see you as a healer. They feel you, okay, I'll put it this way. I'll take some of the hocus pocus out of it, but not much. Just the thought of you brings a warm feeling for them. Makes them feel all warm and fuzzy. You feel like home. Okay? It's a bit of that. You relax them a little bit. Then why didn't they take the happy ending? If you're such a good masseuse, why didn't they? It is. This would be the same thing as a masseuse that does a good job. Or a masseuse does a good job. Just let them finish. I don't know. Somebody here, again, you really soul nurturing on crack. What's on top? The Sun. These are read together. This is read with the Sun. Why is this here? The Sun. It's all a feedback loop. You make this person so fucking happy on some level. And I suspect on the outside they're miserable, or they treat you miserable, or they treat other people miserable, or you'd never know. One or the other. Take it as it resonates. Why is that here? The Nine of Swords. Yeah, it's exactly what I just said. You'd never know. You have no idea that this person's up all night thinking about you. In fact, you may be the one thing that lullaby that gets them to go to sleep, right? They think about anything else. They're up with their head in their hand. But then when they kind of allow your energy to come in, it puts them to sleep. You're sort of a muse in a way for this person. They use your energy to get something accomplished. In this case, I feel like it might be sleep, or it might be at least peace on some level. So they want to talk to you. They want to fix things up. They feel like they want to. They feel like there might be a shot, but they're nervous about it. I got the nerves. I got the butterflies. I mentioned that. Let's pull on this here. Six of Wands. Why is this here? Huh. Okay. I can't even find the words for that. That's just crazy. The fact that the sun came out there too, which means whatever falls here is read with the sun, and it's on top of the sun. So why is the sun here? A card will fall there. It's not only why this sun is here, it's why that sun is here. So that's a very important card when we get to it. But the thing is, it jumped out and then it flipped. Okay? It jumped out and it flipped. It's the Six of Wands upside down. Why is the Six of Wands here? Because it's there. And why it's upside down. Why is the upside down a reverse Six of Wands there? The Emperor. All right. It's an energy of somebody who knows. It's like I said, it's woulda, coulda, shoulda. It's an energy of somebody who knows they fucked up here. And they look stupid. And again, it ties to also what I said, feels stupid. Right? The Emperor, I'll give you an example. People like who embody this kind of energy, especially the out of balance nature of it. It's a lot of King of Wands reading here, a lot of, that kind of thing. Burger King type energy, got to have it their way sort of thing. Narcissist, for example, would be an extreme example here of somebody who can't possibly get something wrong or make a mistake. They blame shift. It's never their fault. Somebody here is having to face the fact that it's their fault. A narcissist has to face the fact that it's their fault. Okay. Why is the Page of Pentacles here? It's a somber moment here for this person. You're so nurturing. To think back and go, they didn't take the happy ending. They didn't. I mean, they could have had a happy ending. I'm not talking about the massage thing still. Why are you still on that? I'm talking about happy ending. Y'all live happily ever after. Right? It could be the massage thing too. But they want more than that from you. I'll tell you. Page of Pentacles. I'm sure they'd take the happy ending massage type, but let's see where we go. Page of Pentacles. Let's talk about this nervous little fawn here. Come on. I ain't got all day. Well, actually, I do. It's crossed by the Fool. It's sort of like teaching somebody to swim. Lots of kids got the dad story where dad just picked them up and threw them in the water. That kind of it's a bit of that. It's somebody here who's just, this is crazy. Then they just go for it. Somebody wants a new beginning, yeah, but they're too nervous to come get it. So they need a push, is what I'm trying to say. Hopefully there's a third energy around this person that gives them a push. Hopefully they talk to a friend. Otherwise, they're just going to stay sitting at that stoplight. What do I do? If only Steve were here. Well, I'm not there. Right? If I was the car behind you, I'd be shooting at you, not honking at you. What are you sitting at the light for? I got places to be. Right? What's on top? Five of Swords. Somebody getting in their own way or overthinking it. Why is that here? They are. Three of Pentacles. They want to do it right, but they don't know how to do it right. But I need to do it right, but I don't know how to do it right. Right, round and round and round. Oh, my God. Oh. I'm surprised there's not a devil here. Well, what's the bridge? Okay, Three of Cups. They want to take you out. Again, there's too much emotion for this person. This is the vulnerability energy. This is the emotion that's around. It's bridging this fawn. It's why we don't let children make grown-up decisions, right? You can get married at a certain age, but there are certain ages that you have to ask your mom and dad, or you need permission to do things, or emancipation. I created a new word. Somebody here, it's too much emotion for them to deal with. That's all. It's emotional overload. So they overthink it to death, and they're getting in their own way while they do it. Emancipation. All right, here we go. See where we're at. Hey, it's Sunday. I can make mistakes. Let's go. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. So that's how they see you. That's weird. They see you. Can I just add here before I throw this? They see you as somebody who does what they say. I think this person, when I see the Six of Wands reversed with an Emperor, I see somebody who's all talk a lot of times. A lot of times, this could be one angle. This might only be for a few of you, but if it resonates, this is somebody who's all talk. They say they're going to do stuff, they don't do it, or they find a way to blow it off, and when they do, it's somebody else's fault that they didn't do it. I think they see you as something very real, somebody who does things, who makes plans and does things, and it's teaching them. In a way, the energy is sort of bleeding onto them. It's why they're up all night. But they're still using you as some kind of pacifier type energy. Right? It's crossed by the Two of Wands. That's what I said. It's what I just got done saying. You make plans, you follow through. You make plans and you go. Right? With a sword in your talon. Right? There we go. What's on top? The Queen of Pentacles. You make plans and you go. Right? Somebody here has a lot of respect for you. Mad respect. Mad props. Right? All right. I'm just saying, why is that here? Ace of Pentacles. Now, I don't know if this is true. I'm just giving you something other than what I gave you. And I'm clarifying to get additional energy here. I don't know if this is true about you or not. But they seem to think no matter what you do, everything goes your way. And this has come up before. We got a situation right now where the DMs are seeing the other side as a threat of some kind. Now, in societal energies, this backfires, right? Once you're seen as a threat from egomaniac people, they just kick up the ego. It goes up a notch. They do some crazy shit. Right? In the soulmate cycle, it's also kicking up, but it's causing somebody to go into emotional overload. So, in fact, it's your great success. We'll phrase it this way, whether it's true or not, okay? Just catch my drift. It's you being so awesome that's causing all this mess. And I suspect in some level, this Emperor tries to blame shift it back on you. Well, that's why I'm scared to approach. So you're scared to approach that they're so awesome. It's not just because you're candy ass. They don't want to... It does feel that way. So whether this is true or not, it's how they're perceiving you. Okay? It's their perception. Now, I'm very interested in this. I am. And I might double clarify your final outcome. I might double clarify this. I'm not sure yet. Page of Swords. Now, they hope when they see you, first of all, what do they think? They hope you don't know that they're still there, or they still think about you. Again, it doesn't have to be direct spying. Parked outside your house, right, kind of a thing. Spy cams in your living room. It's not about that. It's about that they use you to go. I feel like this person uses you as some kind of pacifier. And they hope you don't know that. Right? Spoiler alert, you do now. And that applies to most of you. On some level, all of you, if this reading's for you. All right? That's one angle. They also, I don't know if they think now I'm going to correct myself. Do they think they disappointed you, or do they think you're disappointed? When I get this Emperor energy here, I get a little of that hero complex. This person's desperately trying to make themselves not look like the wimpy little fawn here, okay? So they need a big play, It's the whole, they might show up at your house and let the air out of your tires in the car because you might call them and come pick them up. Right, and have them, or call them and have them come over and fix it, kind of a thing. I don't know. Let's see where we go. Page of Swords. Why is it here? All right, we good? Yeah, it's crossed by the Hangman. Again, the environmental energy backs up my read. They hope you don't know that they're there. Right? This guy doesn't want you to see them. Right? He's about 30 feet up. You might miss it if you don't look up. Okay? It's that kind of a thing. They feel like if you do spot them in the tree, we'll just phrase it this way. It's easier for you to understand. If the energy is far more complex than than the way I'm explaining it. All right? But there's no need to overcomplicate things. They feel like if you see them in the tree, it'll change your view of them. You'll be disappointed in them. That's the way it reads. That's what the disappointment is here. All right? What's on top? And you might be. You might be. I mean, if I find you hanging in a tree in my backyard, I'm going to be a little disappointed in you. Some kind of fucking psycho? What the fuck what are you doing hanging from a tree in my backyard? What the fuck? You testing out the noose you want to put me in? I mean, what the fuck are you doing? I'm calling the police. Right. What's on top? It's the Queen of Swords. Yeah. It's what I just said. Why is that here? Yeah, the Tower. Yeah, it's what I just said. They hope you. That's the main energy here. They hope you don't spot them, because if you do, you'll probably cut them down and cut them out. Then they'll lose their chance. They'll lose their chance at a new beginning with you. All right, Sun. Let's go. Final outcome for you. Why is it here? Tell me about it. Why is the Sun here? Now, this is going to be very good, because whatever falls here is why the Sun is here, and it's red with that Sun. That's why that one's there. Very fun. All right, let's go. Let's see where we're at. This is what happens when an ego-based energy gets overwhelmed with emotion. It's the kind of stuff, and where Neptune is changing signs. There's no urgency here, like I said. There's no energy that's causing them to feel rushed or whatever. But there is, in an illusion sense, in that the whole month, for example, is affected by Neptune changing out of Pisces into Aries. You know, there is that feeling that, well, if is this dream doable or not? Because if it's not, we need to get rid of it now. So that's sort of where the urgency, the pseudo-urgency lives anyway. All right. Why is the Sun here for final outcome for my people? It is communication. I do think you might hear from this person. I can't predict free will. Nobody can. That's why I say I do think you might. I mean, the energy is flowing towards you. They are pretty nervous. I won't lie to you. That's why I think you should let the energy percolate. Do what you want to do. Make your own decisions. But this is definitely a stew energy. The longer it sits, the closer we get to Neptune moving into Aries, the better off you are. Right? I almost want some real urgency to come in. Because as we get closer to Neptune moving into Aries at the end of the month, things will start to feel real. A lot more real to this person. The loss of you, or, you know, they might get a little braver. Why is the Sun here? The Wheel of Fortune. Well, it's a 10. It's major arcana. It's the end of something. It's the end, dead end that leads to a new beginning. It turns everything 180 degrees. I need to know what's under it. The card we started with, Three of Swords. Somebody wants to turn that around, so they're coming to talk to you. It's a happy card. It's a sad card. In between is a Wheel of Fortune in the environment. There's an opportunity. The energy always just provides us an opportunity. We could use our free will to fuck it up or take it. Or do not, you know, and sometimes do nothing. Sometimes doing nothing is okay, and sometimes that fucks it up, right? I don't know. I can't predict free will. But the opportunity within the energy is there to turn this frown upside down. Okay? You follow? What's on top here? I've been waiting to see it, right? Yeah, Page of Cups. It had to be. It had to be something nice and small. I thought maybe Page of Wands. I won't lie to you. I thought maybe Page of Wands. I knew it would be Pagey in some way. All right? And if your name is Paige and everyone calls you Pagey, it's just a coincidence that I happen to say that. Okay? So don't freak out. Oh my God, he's talking about me. No. It was just a play on words there. It's a little bit Pagey here. Yeah, I get it. It's here. You want the same thing they want. And I'm going to add something for your side here because you're here listening. So I'm going to rephrase that and I'm going to add something to it. You want the same thing they want, believe it or not. You both want the same thing, believe it or not. Meaning it'll be hard to spot on some level. It doesn't surprise me. They're very nervous, very overwhelmed. They might put their foot in their mouth a few times. I did. When I was pulling on this, I said a word wrong. Right? Didn't I? I don't remember what the word was, but I said some made up some word, some kind of crazy thing. They may get it wrong. It's hard for me because I have to swim in these energies to pull the reading. So if your person's going to get tongue-tied, so am I. You know, it's just the way it is. Why is the little Pagey here? And again, hi Paige, nice to see you. Anyway, Moon. Red with the Nine of Swords. It's a food for thought type energy. What's the bridge? The Fool, yeah, which is over here. So, let's get to these in a moment. The Fool. Somebody comes to you, right? They end up taking this leap of faith. We can't predict free will, but the way the energy flows, they end up taking this leap of faith. Mr. or Mrs. Tongue-tied, I'm nervous, too much emotion. They end up coming to you. You both, it turns out, you've got a real shot here, a real shot at a new beginning. The opportunity with the Wheel of Fortune here, there's the energy's really providing you a big chance. I mean, there's a lot of room for this person to fuck up and you to forgive them. Can I put it that way? And vice versa. All right. My concern is the moon, and this is where I'm going to double clarify. So I'm going to take these out right there. Look at that. Look at that. Just to go even further. 2 cups. Again, turn that frown upside down. It's a bit of that. I'm going to take that out too. Or kill the whole fucking thing. 10 swords was underneath that. I'm going to take that out too. It's the leave one behind. Okay, I have to stop. You know what? I'm not taking any of these out because it's the world's most perfect environmental energy. It tells the whole story. I just want to know more about the moon. I'm going to grab the light seer. Tell me about the moon. Fuck. I mean, it just, you got a chance to turn the 3 swords around with the Wheel of Fortune, bring 2 soulmates together, or you can put 10 swords in it by not saying anything, by everybody going cold, right? Getting a little Frio up in here, right? It's all up to you. It's up to you. With the Empress there, it's up to you. This is also an Emperor and an Empress connection with the Empress being there. Because the Emperor is right there. It's always up to the Empress. The Emperor could be the Emperor needs the Empress more than the Empress needs the Emperor. The Empress is self-sufficient. The Emperor gets a little maniacal without one. Think about Emperor energies you may know, whether they're male or female. You know, they get a little living in the Cheetos, haven't changed their underwear in 3 months kind of a thing without an Empress. All right? Whether they're male or female, it doesn't matter. It can kind of get like that. I've been in plenty of girls' houses that have been single way too long and they're an Emperor energy. And it's like, what is that smell? What is that? Right? What did I just step on that's crunchy? Are those underpants? What are they doing on your living room floor? I mean, it's terrible. That's what happens. They can get a little maniacal. This person here, they're really, I mean, they may even shower up. They may put clean socks on even. Wow. Why is the moon here? But the moon is irritating me a little bit. Well, it shouldn't. I mean, it's one of the main energies I'm pulling on right now. The one thing that will get in your way, the one thing that will keep you up at night, okay, is not giving the full thing because the other person's not giving all the way. I'm going to tell you in advance, spoiler alert, the other person, the Emperor, is not going to give all the way. Fuck them. You go all in when you have a conversation with this person. All of it, right? Just all of it. They're going to be too afraid to say too much. And I'm not even going to say that you going all in will make them go all in. It won't. It doesn't read that way. So I'm telling you again, unless just all you got to do, whatever happens here, whether it's you turn that frown around and 2 soulmates come together or it all goes to shit, whatever happens, you will not be able to sleep at night or live with yourself if you can't walk away and say, well, I tried my best. Okay? Take it for what it's worth to you. That's the advice within the energy. It's good advice anyway. All right? What's on top? 9 of Cups. And why is that here? The 3 of Wands. The other person is actually, look at that, the 3 of Wands. Well, it's important because it's up to me to remember this stuff, not you guys. You had the 2 of Wands crossing here. One of the things they admire about you, or they see in you that they know isn't in them, but they wouldn't admit it. But one of the things they see in you is that you make plans and you follow through, right? It's sort of you're going to have a hard time. You're afraid you won't be able to get this person to follow through with you, which is why you may not give 100%. You may or may not be able to get this person to follow through with you and go all the way to the 3 of Wands and live happily ever after. You may or may not. But you can't let that stop you. Your only goal in this conversation is to do the best you can and give your even a little more than your half. All right? That's all you can do. Don't worry about whether you're afraid, whether or not they won't give enough, or you won't get them to go full throttle. You may close something with them here in a conversation, and then they go home and change their mind. You can't worry about any of that. I can tell you they probably will. You can, in fact, plan for it. That way you don't end up back in Three Swords, because the wheel spins. You may cure that, and then it may come all the way back around, and oh shit, I'm hurt again. It could go that way. You can't worry about that. This is all about you on some level. This is all about you getting to say something you wanted to say to somebody. Whatever it is, whoever this somebody is, it's a powerful connection. It is. It doesn't have to be a love thing. I don't have a whole lot of banging here, but I do have a whole lot of emotion and feelings. Things that it could be banging, but I mean, it could just as easily be a relative or a friend. Either way, there's something you need to say, so fucking say it. Don't worry about what's going to happen after I do. Don't worry about it. In fact, it'll sort itself out. Quite frankly, it really will. Let's go back to the original deck. The overall energy was the Four of Wands. There's a very strong chance for a happy new beginning here. But not if you don't give everything, all of it. Put it all on the table, whether this person does or doesn't. Final message for you from the universe. 3 cards from the bottom and a crossing card. What else you want to tell my people? What else you want to tell my people? Boy, I got to go pull some wicked voodoo on this. I do. I have to pull an extended on this. I've got an emperor and an empress. Look, not everybody goes to the extended. Please take my advice at least on this. Now, as far as letting this energy stew, yeah, but you said, Steve, if they call, I should hang up. Yeah, but that's prelim. That's the early stages. You can do that if you want. I say it because it's part of the energy. I know most of you won't do that. Most of you, if this person does call or something like that, or show up at your door, you'll be opening it so fast you'll be tripping over yourself, or answering the phone so fast you'll be tripping over yourself. I get it, but the energy does indicate it is a stew type energy, is what I would call it. All right, it's better if it sits a little bit. Don't let it go too long. And only play strategy games if you're good at strategy games. If you're not, then don't do it. All right? I myself am excellent at strategy games. I know exactly how I'd play this motherfucker. At the end of the day, when you do get a chance to talk, whether it's right up front or you let the energy stew a little bit, whatever the fuck it is, give everything you've got. All of it. Get it all out. You may not get another chance with this person. You may not have them in this kind of energy. Not exactly, anyway. Because once Neptune changes signs at the end of the month, yeah, that Cancer full moon energy is still around and vulnerability is still the key. But we're in a different, by the middle of the year, all of the major planets will be fresh in their new signs. All of the slow-moving big planets will be fresh in new signs. And it's a whole different environment. And the way the energies are pulling on the core energies, the way the planetary energies are pulling on the core energies changes completely. It forces us to live with new themes, sort of, generally speaking. All right? Let's see where we go. Bottom of the deck. 3 cards and a bottom card from the bottom. 3 cards and a bottom card. 3 cards and a crossing card from the bottom. Your person is very tongue-tied. I'm going to tell you right now. They are. Okay. They may say some things that make you chuckle. I think you should. It's funny. You go ahead and pick on them for it. Knock yourself out. A hermit. It's fine. It'll lighten the mood. Anything you can do to lighten the mood tends to relax people that are nervous, right? A couple of jokes, cracking a couple. I mean, don't be mean about it. If you're going to pick on somebody for something, you have to know how to do that. Otherwise, you just come across as mean. It's all in the delivery. I'll tell you that. So if you don't do that well, don't do it. All right? I'm just talking to the people that do. I'm saying the energy is there for it. Hermit, 10 wands. Let me move this fucker. Otherwise, I don't have any fucking room. 10 wands, 5 cups, and 5 pentacles. And we have seen 5 pentacles. It is right there underneath that 10 swords. 5 pentacles crossing the 10 wands. These are red, center, left, right. I can't believe the energy wants me to say this to you. It's going to be hard. Not to answer the call. It's going to be hard not to, let them in. It's going to be hard. But it's so good for this soul connection for the more this person sits in 5 cups. Don't push it too far. You don't want to push it too far. You know, if you pushed it, if Neptune moves into Aries, you pushed it too far. I'll tell you that. But if you can, if you are somebody that can do that, you know, oh, it's so good for this energy. It really is a stew energy. If that stew, I mean, you can eat the stew in a couple of hours, but if you could let it cook for 8 or 9 hours, oh, it would melt in your fucking mouth. That's what this is saying, basically, metaphorically speaking. But again, I'm going to give you the advice. The energy is emphatic here, but I'm going to give you the advice that if you can't do it, if you're not good at those types of things, answer the call when they call. It'll be good enough, right? The stew is good enough after a couple of hours. It's fine. It'll just be better if you can, the longer they can sit in this. Because this energy, the implication here is this energy, this 3 cups, all these emotions and all of it, and the feeling of this 6 wands reversed, it's all going to build. It has a building effect on it. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you want the extended, there's a couple of links at the top of the description. There's a devil here somewhere. I think it lives right there. We're going to find out. Good luck.